and Chat. Hi, Mandi.
Hello, Carrie.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good.
Me too. It's been a minute. Oh, like a month of a minute.
I was going to say it's been a long minute.
I don't feel like it's been forever since we've been in this space. We headed off we left everybody. We were talking to John and Michael on Doodle and Chat with Friends with the one question that extended for longer than we could have possibly ever imagined, right?
Absolutely.
The historical question answer that's longer than any question that we've ever had. And then we headed off to IdeaCon in Illinois. Well,
where we got to Doodle and Chat with people in person together, which is
yes, and it was amazing, super fun. I think we Doodle and Chatted with like 30-ish, over 30 people, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It was so fun. And then the rest of February happened. I don't remember what happened. I think between illness and family things, Doodle and Chat just didn't happen. I don't remember why. But we're back.
Well, the Wednesday we got back, we got back on a Wednesday, so we didn't
that
have
wasn't going to happen.
And then we had illness and family things, and then people had to reschedule.
Yeah, that's right. People.
Yep. So we had to reschedule things, and here we are. So you get us today, which is wonderful.
Yes. So usually we take our Doodle and Chat monthly classy activity and we Doodle and Chat on the first Wednesday of every month. But for luck has it that we're on the second Wednesday. I don't even know if it's luck. I'm just making that up, right? But it's not Wednesday either because I feel like this whole month is just one comical thing after the other. So it's not Wednesday either because someone needs to realize that when you're scheduling Doodle and Chats, that you can't schedule them on your kids' concert nights, right?
That does happen, yeah.
It doesn't really go over very well with your children. They kind of want you there. So it's Doodle and Chat on the second week on a Thursday. It's not a Wednesday.
It's Doodle and Chat the way we want it.
That's right. It's whatever happens next is up to us, right?
That's right.
It's how we roll, right? It's Doodle and Chat.
just Doodle and Chat.
I feel like anybody who's been here for a minute would be like, well, what do you expect, Carrie? That's exactly what Doodle and Chat has been like for forever. On time? What's that? The right day of the week? What's that?
Never.
Planned?
Super flexible. That's us. Super flexible.
That's right. That's right. So for this month's Doodle and Chat Classy, we love to give educators and anybody else who really wants to doodle and chat with people or kids, or I guess you could doodle and chat with yourself in your head, right? We love to give you one-pagers that you can look at, read, and use instantly. And so this month's, our March Doodle and Chat is, I also love that we make up our own ideas. Like you and I love being inspired by other educators on Instagram or TikTok, and we love to take what they're doing and kind of add a sketchnoting twist to it. So we've done it again. We're calling this 3D sketchnoting. I don't know if that's a thing, but it is now, and we will be the first to start it. So we're going to be taking block letters, right, and creating a 3D effect, and then talking about how this strategy for organizing, creating containers on a paper with big, bold words and the 3D effect could be used in the classroom to kind of structure and hold information that teachers are doing, information from lessons that they might use in their classroom. We thought this might be a fun way, just a different way to think about sketchnoting and visual thinking. Does that sound accurate?
It does. It sounds exactly like what we wanted.
Awesome. So no pressure to you, but when we turn our cameras on, I'm going to let you guide the instruction because as we were talking before we turned on the camera, so you're like, you got to layer it this way, Carrie, and then you got to layer it this way. And I got a little sweaty because I was like, there's layers and I'm using permanent marker. And you're like, you just can erase. And I'm like, well, I'm not using the iPad, Mandi. I got the Sharpie. I'm tempted. I might use a pencil. I don't know. We'll see. So we'll turn the cameras on and we'll see what kind of fun we get into.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Awesome. So you are drawing on, this is just decided to be really weird today. Isn't that funny? I kind of like the sideways though. Why didn't it go back to that way?
It did.
What? It just did the same thing. Hold on, one more time.
I've never seen it do that before.
I have not either. Okay. What the heck? I guess it is what it is. So we're crisscross. We're like Brady Bunching it.
You know, I feel like that's accurate.
Does that work when I look up? Did I look up the right way or no?
Down at you.
Did I look up at my paper? Yes, that's right. There. Hello, paper.
Hello. No, you're looking at me. I was going to say you're looking at me.
But I'm looking at my papers up there, right?
Yeah. So
we are a little bit loopy today.
I would look down at my paper like this, I think.
Yes.
So.
We're so weird. I love it.
Okay, so the idea behind this is that we are going to draw a word on this page in block letters, and it doesn't matter what the word is. I wouldn't get too crazy on the first one. We've seen people do this with names, but we thought it would be really cool to do this with something that you're learning about or that you're connecting about. And so I teach math, so I'm going to use the word trig.
Oh, okay, I like that. I didn't think about that. I really like that. I was just thinking fun. I think I'm going to do fun and just stick from there. Stick with that. But I think you and I were talking about how it would be fun to pick a single word that was the theme of whatever you were doing. And maybe start off with, like you said, we saw this with names. I feel like a name could be the thing you do. Or maybe this is like a beginning of the year thing that you do with the subject. I also imagine that you could have some block lettering already set out, and then the kids could decide how they want to 3D it, at least for the first couple to model it. All right, so we're going for fun.
Where you pick your vanishing point is going to change how this looks.
So for those of us that are not math people, when you use the word vanishing point, can you tell us what that means?
So in 1 point perspective, you're going to have a dot on your page. And that would be like if you were looking at everything and it all is traveling to that 1 point on the page, it's going to give you your three-dimensional look. So the vanishing point is the point that is going to connect all of your, here's a math term, all of your vertices to that point.
And so do we want that vanishing point to be below our word, or really it could be anywhere, right? Just not behind it.
Anywhere. Yeah. You just don't want it behind it because you want to be able to see it.
Right. So. Okay.
I've got a weird reflection from a weird light down here. Something's happening.
It's giving you an eye, though. If you move your iPad just right, you see an eye.
It's just a dot on my eye.
I think I'm actually going to go with idea instead of...
Oh.
Because that's what we're doing. We're talking ideas. Oh, dear. I started too high up and too big, I think. Restart.
Do over.
Do over. Okay. I can do this. And while I think you and I are, we advocate for, like, you know, go big for pen and don't erase, I think this is one where I would be like, you want to use a pencil? Go for it. At least to start off with.
Kind of make, and that's okay. I'm going to kind of make my letters even kind of blocky letters because, like I said, vertices, which are corners, are easier to connect to than round.
Got it.
Not that you can't connect with round, you can. It's just that it makes it easier when you have quarters.
Got it.
Connect to.
Understood. Okay, I got my letters.
All right, and then you literally on your page, wherever you want, you pick a vanishing point. You pick a point.
Okay.
And if I were doing this in the classroom, I would give kids rulers because it does make it easier to do this. If you have a ruler, you don't have to have one, but it does make it easier. And so whichever word you want to be in the front, that's the one that I would start with if I were in class. And so I think I want my T to be in the front.
Okay.
But you wouldn't have to be, like the I could be in the front and it could go from there. But what I mean by in the front, so I'll do the I because it's close. So you draw a line from your vanishing point to each vertex.
Oh my goodness.
Whoops. Mine got all weird.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Not from the point.
Why you show up all of a sudden in the middle of everything and you start criticizing my 3D drawing? What's up with that, child?
No, I listened to Mandi.
Okay, well, show me the ways, Obi-Wan.
You gotta draw from the point.
Like this?
Yes.
Oh, for goodness sake. Okay.
Just keep going.
I can't. It's behind it up to there. Can't you see it?
Do that one.
Oh, okay. From here, we're being particular. Oh, I can see how the ruler would be good. I was like, Mandi doesn't know. You don't need a ruler. It'll be beautiful. You go with the flow and you accept your mistakes.
Okay, so do you see right here? So with mine, because I can make my line straight, like if I do this, this is actually behind the I.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't actually want that part of it. Do you see how it goes behind?
Yes. Oh, mine's going to be cringy, but that's okay. So do I go through the... Oh, dear.
And so if you have a ruler, you can lay it down. That's what I like about having a ruler.
Or the box of the...
You know, you are just so quick to tell me what to do now that I've done all the letters except for one. Little stinker. I'm only doing this for the people watching. It's because I love you. Again, that's not right.
You make me laugh.
Okay, that was better. And it was right. Oh, it does look 3D on the screen. Look at that. Zip it, kid.
You guys are making me laugh.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. The oh dears are making me laugh too. Like,
Okay.
oh no.
Oh no. So I think our thought for people who are here with us and they're like, what the heck are you doing, Carrie and Mandi? This is not sketchnoting. I think the thought behind this, first of all, I'm loving this so much. And the ruler was correct. You should use a ruler. It's kind of a fun also technique for teaching, even that fine motor skill use with the ruler. Mm-hmm. But the thought of like coming up with a single word that represents what you're learning, I think is a powerful technique, right? A great way to use metacognition to really get our students to connect with words and that idea. And then if we read text or we're learning about a concept and they know the one word, they write this out. The drawing of the lines is really kind of therapeutic. It's kind of centering, right?
Yep.
We're regulating our feelings, in our case being silly, even maybe a little obnoxious.
I am not obnoxious.
I wasn't calling you obnoxious.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't calling Mandi obnoxious. I actually was calling you obnoxious.
Oh.
And then I think what we were talking about doing is then these big block letters could hold information, or
Yes.
doodles. Or I mean, I would even argue that this could just be a wrap up, even like a bell. It's not a bell ringer, that's the beginning. What's at the end?
Oh, like an exit ticket or a
Yeah, they could pick your one word and do your 3D sketch note, and then kids could color it or they could Zentangle it. And it's just a great way to kind of add a little bit of extra calming, I guess, into what they're doing. So are you writing all the words that would go along with trig?
Yep. So I was just putting like equations in there and
So smart.
I mean that's kind of how I envisioned this when I did trig. But yeah, so you can color these. So like if you wanted to add some color to these, you definitely could. Like you could just come right in here and probably want it a little bit bigger than that, but you could color these in. We've seen people shade these, you know, like the closer you get to the vanishing point, the darker it gets, just like you would with shading. Mine isn't going to color as well as I would like for it to, but that's okay. I'm just kind of scribbling on it for now. The good news about the iPad is I can drop that below and it looks better. But I've also seen people like Zentangle on this because you know we all love ourselves a good Zentangle.
We are obsessed with the Zentangles.
And so like you could Zentangle inside of these if you wanted to. So like
inside of the 3D.
Yeah, so you could like Zentangle.
Oh, look at that.
You could Zentangle it. Oh my gosh, that was something. You could Zentangle inside of these if you wanted to.
Yeah, I was also imagining you probably, I mean, if you really wanted to get deep with it, I am being serious about the being deep. Are you laughing because it gives depth? Oh my god. Because of the 3D, is that why you were laughing? If you wanted to make if you wanted to make more of a connection with your 3D art, 3D sketchnote, you could like which letter represents the characters, and you could color that one color.
Yeah.
So you could color code your vertices. No.
That's the right word.
Is that the right word? Is that the right word, Mandi?
Well, you could color code I mean, it's really the 3-dimensional part. So these are your vertices. So anywhere you're connecting.
Got it.
Those are going to be your vertices.
You love how she just smiles and reframes it for me so that I don't feel stupid.
You should not feel stupid. This one I erased and I don't know where it went now. Oh no.
Hmm?
But I think you can do some really fun things with this.
I do too. I have plenty of room for like little icons in here.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
I kind of like the icons in there. Oh, hello.
Yeah, I'm going to add some too because now that you've done that, I'm like, I kind of like that. Let me see.
What else for ideas? What other things? Learning, imagine, mind, or create. And I could see like scaffolding this and already having the letters pre-drawn on, or you could even have, if you had time, you could even have the letters like as cutouts and kids could just glue them on there. And then they could draw the lines for it. If you needed to like scaffold it, because it could be a little bit of a complex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you could do this as a big group. You could have a bigger piece of paper with a longer word and each kid could get a letter.
You could use like, long meter sticks or something like that to do that with. And then you can even some teamwork in there.
Yeah, and each kid can take a letter and really sit there, elbow to elbow, which is super fun.
Yep.
Yeah, this is fun. I'm gonna add one more word, and then I'm gonna try coloring it. I have to try that. I really like this. I feel like it's just another way to like just up the sketchnoting game for students, for some of our kiddos who might already get the basics. It's just one more way. It's like another trick you have in your, like, let me show you another way to try sketchnoting. And I'm sure the kids will blow our minds on this one. What do you think of when you think of idea? Smarty pants.
Like
I already did that. How about depth? Since you were being a smart aleck.
What about a little cloud?
Why a cloud?
Instead of 3 little dots. Like you're thinking.
You mean like that?
Why do you use up all my
all your ideas?
brain juice.
Your brain juice. Well, maybe you need more brain juice.
I mean, I know I do. So if you know where to buy it, send some my way.
All right, this is my favorite. And I freehanded this one for the record.
So I don't know if you can see what's happening on the screen, but what this is called, it's called the hand trick in Trig. And so go ahead and zoom back out and I'll demonstrate it for you. So in Trig, I teach them, and so this is going to be backwards because I think my screen is backwards. So in Trig, we teach them that this is Annabeth will like this. This is quadrant 1 of the radian circle. And so
Mandy's saying that because we had Mandy help Annabeth really quick on some math before we got on the screen.
So this is 0.
Okay.
And this is 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, and 90 degrees.
Shut up. It is. It totally is.
And so in the first quadrant of the radian circle, if you want sine of 30 degrees, you fold this finger down and it is square root of 1. And there's always a 2 in the palm of your hand. So it's the square root of 1, which is 1 over 2. So the sine of 30 degrees is 1/2.
Did she blow your mind just a little bit there?
I was not paying attention.
You're going to have to rewatch it because she was laying some serious math out there.
I am teaching my kids how to use the hand trick in class. And so I have been drawing hands and folding down fingers. And the kids are cracking up every time I do it. So.
Well, your hand looks beautiful and I love your dots.
They think it's funny. They think it's funny when I draw the hands on there to show them the hand trick, though. They're like, why are you so weird? I'm like, that's a great question. We don't know the answer to that.
This color effect is so fun. I wonder how hard it would be to do. Well, that would be kind of weird because it wouldn't be a word, but I was thinking like vocabulary where you have the first letter of the word. No, that wouldn't work. Or I wonder how it would work. Let's try it. Let me just see if my idea would work.
Your idea?
I hate you. She's over there laughing, cracking herself up.
Your idea looks great.
Both of you. I'm done with you right now. Curse you both.
But look, I did some shading just so you could see. Look at that with the shading. Doesn't that look awesome?
Oh, that looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like when I colored it in. That was really fun.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of fun. Super duper like it.
Okay, so my weird idea.
Okay.
My thought about things. So we take a container. Let's do a triangle.
Triangle.
Wow, you are just really rev tonight and really obnoxious. Maybe we need to fire you.
No, this is my job.
You guys are,
You pay me to be obnoxious.
wow.
You do. What
Okay.
is it for?
So here's my thought. I need my vertices. Draw from the dots, not to the dots. Use your ruler, kids. Boy, I'm a wee bit extra tonight.
Just a little.
That was ineffective. Okay, I'll be fast. Oh, that's not to the dot. Darn it. Oh, well. Okay, one more. Because I'm having fun. With my ruler. Okay, so here was my thought. So let's say we're doing vocabulary. Animals.
Cat.
Yes, it's complex. I didn't say it was complex vocabulary. Then I'm shut up. Then I'm wondering, could the definition?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Feline. Shut up. Tail.
Yeah.
What about like something in Spanish, like gatito?
You know, when you're in charge of drawing this, and I can laugh at you, you can write it in Spanish. But you could, I guess, you could translate. Mammal. I didn't spell it right today. Does it have an A in it? Does it have an A in it?
Yeah.
There it goes. Okay.
Between the consonants.
Shut up. Okay, so that was my thought. That you could.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm erasing what I wrote because this right here for me could be identities. And then I could put my identities along this. Look at that.
Oh, I like that, Mandi. And then I'm wondering if we use a see-through, because I don't know what the right word is. Color.
Transparent.
Shut up.
See-throughable.
See-throughable. That's right. See-throughable. That's a Doodle and Chat original. You remember the suitcase?
Bookshelf.
I wanted a see-throughable bookshelf, and then Keisha was like, "You mean a bookshelf?" Remember that? Do you remember that one?
I do remember that one.
I kind of like this a little bit.
Oh, why am I on that? What is happening?
A wee bit bolder. Dog. Family.
Okay, the color that I had, the opacity wasn't working very well. There's my see-throughable color.
See, Mandi uses it too.
I just wanted to fit in with the cool kids.
Aw, you're cool. I also just wonder, like, how it would look if you had just like.
I do like it.
I do too. This is definitely a fun way to think about words and containers and visuals.
Yeah.
In kind of a different way.
And I mean, while it's not like the whole 1 point perspective isn't technically part of doodling, it is part of design. And so it's a good conversation to have. Like it's I don't think ever too early to talk to students about elements of design.
No, not at all. I don't know. I feel like this is just a really fun way. I like the colors. I like the words. I like how you were able to do, like you did a version of different things. I feel like this could be used in the classroom as kind of like an advanced way to sketchnote. And you could say you need to create your 3D sketchnote and it needs to have a Zentangle element and then this element and then this element, or you have like all the list of things that you are choices and you pick like one or two.
Yeah, I think that's such a great idea.
Thank you. You cannot tell if you're being serious or sarcastic. You're smiling really big.
It's a good idea.
Oh my gosh, Mandi. I need to smack her. She says it's a good idea.
Listen, we just ran with this idea tonight, so.
We did. I could make the idea running. The idea is running. I should have used a puff cloud.
Aw, I love
It's running. We're running with the idea, Mandi.
I get it. I get it.
She's like, stop right now, Carrie.
It's a puff cloud.
Not just a cloud.
That's right.
It's not above one.
Both of you.
Not just a bookshelf. It's a
Oh, but
seasonal one.
you put the arms on it. I think that's awesome.
Because it's running. It's right. Oh my God, it looks demented. Oh. And the clouds look like feet. It's so trippy right now. Come on, stop. Stop it. Stop, both of you. Stop it. This is the point where you're like, stop adding stuff. It's just getting worse. It was supposed to look it's running. Okay, maybe this will help. I kind of like it, actually. Well, it was supposed to be like this. Did it do it? It does do it. It's just not the right way. Oh my gosh. You're ridiculous. Seriously.
Look at that.
Look at yours. I love it.
Yours is awesome.
I mean, I don't have any puff clouds, so
And you don't have running arms.
I don't. I'm feeling really sad about that. Oh, now see, I love that you're taking stuff off of it like that. That's really cool.
Well, I'm just trying to make up for my arms. So we've got some sun. Let's see, move down. I actually kind of like that. That's kind of fun. So like I wonder like with the trig too, if you could put the tools you would use in trigonometry coming off of it.
For the
Like, are there calculators or rulers or
No.
no, or like a note card with
your hands.
your hand there. See, and he needs hands
did
too.
that already.
But she could do it on a bigger format. I did a light bulb also. I did baby light bulb, mama light bulb.
Look, it's the rainbow. It's the clouds in the sky.
No, it's a puffing for running with an idea.
Okay.
Running with an idea.
You know it. Everybody, hey, wait, I want that back. I want to
I'm
color
running
it.
away with the idea.
Oh my gosh. You were so extra tonight. Look at you.
Maggie thinks I'm funny.
Don't encourage her.
I'm so sorry.
Do you think I should go all pink in here? It's supposed to be all one color, isn't it? Oh, how did Mandi do it? Oh yeah, she used all one color.
It depends on what color.
Oopsies.
Like, it doesn't have to be all one color. Absolutely not.
I don't know what I'm doing,
Use your
so
own rules, Mom.
Right.
What? Whoever says that?
There are none. No.
Fine. I'll do it my way. Now that I messed it up. My way is broken now.
Never broken.
Okay, every time I color just a little bit more on this, I love it even more and more.
Yeah, I think adding color or adding like your Zentangles, I think it really makes that look cool.
And I mean, and both you and I both know the importance of connecting with information and how, you know, how valuable that is. But I think both of us would also agree on this point too. Just the idea of letting kids kind of regulate and color and just bring themselves back to center is something that, you know, in our rush of learning, sometimes we forget. And I think this is just a nice little, like, the last 5 minutes of class, let's add color to our 3D sketch note.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm in love with this so much.
It could be ongoing. Like it's something that you could use.
Oh, you're right. Totally. Like day one, like for you, right, would be like, let's draw the words out.
Yeah.
And then they learn the lesson. And I was even thinking for yours, because it's more, I mean, I guess I could do it if mine wasn't an idea. You could even put around it, like, here's your, like, this could be your anchor. Actually, if we think about it that way, right? So like whatever the word is or the topic is, what you're doing, this is your anchor. And then around it are all the words of the lesson. So for like the equations, or if we're reading a story, right?
Absolutely.
All around. I didn't even think of it like that.
And so on the others, we colored all of the, I need to find a good color that I haven't used yet. Let's try a blue. Let's try this blue. But since I used Zentangles on that one, I wonder if I color the word on this one. And so there's like a kind of a reverse effect on that. So I have the Zentangles and I colored in the letter.
Oh, that is interesting.
Yeah.
And there we go. There is definitely where we could bring in some of the color coding.
Mm-hmm.
Coloring in the letter versus the.
Yeah. Yeah, this is fun. And I can tell you that if I were a student in class and my teacher said, go do this, I would be doing this with every single thing I did, because I was the type of kid in school that would have loved this. This would have meant a lot to me and would have been something fun for me to do all the time.
Yeah, this definitely exceeded my expectations. And I feel like every time I would color in something new, or you and I would talk a little bit more about the potential of this, it just gets to be more and more. And we did it on a really big scale, and it could be much smaller piece of paper, where then bigger chunks of information that we've synthesized or connected with from a lesson could go around that for sure.
Yeah.
Or it could be a vocabulary word. I mean, that, you know, each kid could take a vocabulary word from your vocabulary and then write the definition somewhere in it. It could be really fun. A word wall.
Yeah. I like this.
So fun. Me too.
Oh, yeah. So you put a word wall. Imagine if each person has their own piece of it. And when you're done, you hang these on the wall, and that would be cool.
That would be really fun. Right. Or a concept, like a word wall concept from something, like you're doing a bigger idea. Each kid does that, or a character.
Yeah. Yeah. How cool. Like all of the characters of your story like this, and then you put them on the wall.
Oh my gosh, that would be so fun.
That would be very cool. Yeah, that would be very cool.
I love this. This is so fun.
So I kind of like that there's just one with the Zentangle on mine. Like that kind of makes me happy.
Yeah, I think that is one technique that might add a little bit too much. Or like you could do the letters Zentangled and then words on the expanse.
Yeah. But having just that one, and I think it was because the I was the first one, so it's the one that you can see the most of.
Mm.
So on this one, you could really see a lot of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're also making me think too. I wonder, like, the better we got at this, and depending on the words, if the part that's 3D could then become like patterns that go along with whatever the word is. Like if you're doing like, I know, right? That's kind of deep, right? Like, you know how like that word art that we always talk, like we've talked about before, like you're doing like, if you're doing like build and it's like, you know, bricks.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be fun.
That would be very cool.
And I guess this is also just a kind of another version of word art. You know, sometimes we talk about that, using a word as the visual, and this is just a fun way to think of that also.
Yeah.
So much fun. So much fun. All right. I think this brings us to a close for tonight.
Yes.
So much fun. I needed this. I needed our time together. It's been so long. I feel like I might have been going through a little bit of Mandi and Doodle and Chat withdrawal.
It does make us happy.
It does. It does. Friends, if you were here and you 3D sketchnote with us, or you decided to bring this into your classroom and try it in a different way, please snap a picture of your 3D sketchnote and share it out on Twitter or Instagram so that we can share with the world all the fun we have here on Wednesday nights, even though this is not Wednesday night. We usually do it on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then Mandi and I encourage you to check out our TikTok, Doodle and Chat, or Instagram Doodle and Chat, because we have a new monthly music sketchnote challenge where we're putting out a song. This month is the song Happy. And we want you to listen to the music and connect with it, and then doodle and connect with it with images and words, and then share that out on Instagram or TikTok. You could do a duet or a, what's the other thing called? A remix.
A remix, okay.
Of it. I know that I have plans to do mine this week or next week. I can't wait because I love that song. So that is super fun. Next week we will be here at Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We don't know yet, because this is just how March is rolling, if it's going to be a Doodle and Chat with friends or some kind of fun Doodle and Chat mini episode. We'll see.
It'll be something, but we'll be here next Wednesday, we think.
That's right. As long as life and other things don't get in the way.
That's right.
So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see everybody next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.